Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. Last time we got here to the Gold Saucer again, and to the Battle Arena, where, if you have some battle points, you can exchange them for prizes, and I just went and got myself 10 points just so I could show you the prizes. I've already done the Battle Arena to death, done pretty much all I need to do, save for one battle which I'm planning on showing off. Basically I did that all off screen because it becomes very tedious and takes quite a while. You can pick up some other things here. Enemy Lure is a materia that, oddly enough, lures enemies to you. It increases your encounter rate. It's not particularly useful. I did pick up one with some extra points that I left over though. Go to the next page, that's where the good stuff lies. The preemptive materia. Not super useful, but I did pick one up anyway just because it can be useful in a number of situations. You know, you put it on and it raises your chance of preemptive strike, which is substantially better than, you know, having to get back attacked all the time. And if you're getting a preemptive strike, you can't get a back attack. So I think it's useful. Speed plus materia increases dexterity. Very useful, I find. Some people don't like it, but I picked up 3 of these. And championship belts. I also picked up 3 of these. These are pretty expensive now. They'll actually be 128 or 12,800 later in the game, but by the time that they're that cheap, they're not very useful. So, well, you win some, you lose some. I had to do quite a few battles in order to get that. Omni Slash is very expensive right now, and I won't be getting it. It is Cloud's level 4 limit break. You can, the limit there is you can only buy one of them. There's also another materia there later in the game called W Summon that also is limit 1. You can only get one of them. And obviously, since that's not here right now, we can't get it now either. Anyway, that notice there tells you if you leave the battle arena, if you head down here, your battle points that you've accumulated will drop to nothing. So you don't want to do that unless you've already spent all that you can do. In order to initiate the battle, you just go to this lady here, select Let's Do It, and you can choose one character for going into the battle arena. I will show off what that's going to be like, but in order to do that, I need to continue on with the game. Do I have my setup? Well, I might as well go over my setup actually, that'll work. I've chosen to go with the Adamant Bangle here. The other option is to equip, in my opinion anyway, equip the Diamond Bangle for more materia slots there, and then put on the Yoshiyuki. However, I'll be using more magic in this area than I will use physical attacks, so this makes sense to me. You do want the White Cape, and I'll explain why as we get into the actual battle arena. The battle arena, like I was saying, you choose one of your characters. This battle here that we're about to initiate will only include Cloud. You don't have a choice of other party members. So I've already set Cloud up, put him in the back row so he takes less damage, and gave him an HP plus materia, long range, very important, another HP plus materia since I had it, counterattack, which is very useful, enemy skill of course, and restore. And the thing with restore is I had to do a little tiny bit of grinding in between the last episode and this one, just so that I could learn the regen spell, or the regen spell, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Basically what it does is it does what it does in any other Final Fantasy game. It restores your HP gradually, but it works in a slightly different way. It continuously increases the numbers, basically scroll up, of your HP. And so it can be quite useful in this game. Not as useful as Final Fantasy IX, but it is still good. The other thing that happened last time is I learned Meteor Rain, which is very good. Attacks all opponents. I'm sure I'll get a chance to show it off in this in the battle arena here. But here, if we go into Dio's Museum, we find the Keystone. And here comes Dio to give us heck for looking at it, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm sure you paid a fortune for it. Can I borrow it without any collateral, please? No? Why not? Yeah, I don't understand this line here. We haven't been good to him in the past. He accused us of doing something we didn't do, locked us up, and then he let us out after we won our way out anyway, and gave us a buggy. We haven't really been good to him. We just haven't been as bad as he thought we were. Okay, one condition. The guy that walks around in a Speedo, I wonder what he wants for entertainment. Yeah, I don't think Cloud's in the mood, but I'm going to force him to do this anyway. It's not all that difficult. It's go to the battle arena, since we're already here. And here we have the battle arena. And in here we'll fight a series of battles. I think there's 8 fights in all, and they are randomly chosen. So I want to start with Big Guard here, and hopefully these guys don't one-shot me, because they can do that. Really, game? Thank you! That is an instant death attack, and if it works, you're instantly dead at the start of the battle, so you'll have to reload and try this fight again. Which I've already had to do because, not because of these guys, but because of other guys with instant death attacks. Let's take these guys out with Beta, so I don't have to worry about them anymore. Big Guard is your best bet to start because you want to get haste. Oops, I probably could have used a normal attack on them. Come on, counter this one. And I won't waste MP on Beta. Ooh, that's healing. That's nice. Yeah, these guys are roulettes. I think they're called roulette, or they have the... I think technically that's an enemy skill that they have, is roulette. It's pretty useless. I'll check it out later. Anyway, here we have the system that works. You know, you notice on the right you get your battle points. In a normal battle that wasn't storyline based, you would get battle points per level. And in order to get more points, you get different handicaps. And if you notice on the left there, by my cursor, they couldn't spell of course. Sad. Anyway, these are done via slots. There's 3 different handicaps per slot, and depending on which one you get a certain amount of points. The amount of points is fixed per level. This is level 1, the next time we see one of these it'll be level 2, and so on. There's 8 battles, and so the only time you really get any good points is in the 7th and 8th slot, so other than that, you don't need to worry too much. I got half speed, that's not too bad. But not really the best. Oops, I shouldn't have used Beta, I should have used Aqualung. The guy in the back is immune to fire. Oops. Too much, trying to do too many things at once. Okay, let's knock most of them out before I use Beta, and then waste MP. Gotta love it. Alright, what else? What else did I want to mention? Oh yeah, if you use limit breaks in the battle arena, they do not count, as far as I know, toward your total. Okay. You can have a number of different handicaps in here, like half speed. In this one, summon materia is broken, so you can't use summon materia even if you have it set up on one of your slots. That doesn't affect me because I don't have any that I'm using anyway. Anyway, let's use a Beta on him and then pound away on him with normal attacks after that. Maybe I'll get lucky and get a counterattack in. The things that give you the most points, let's use White Wind, or not. White Wind's nice because it'll remove poison from me as well. Alright. Cure. This is one that won't give you any points, but at least it's nice to, be healed. You won't get this at the higher levels, which is where you actually get your points on the 7th and 8th slot. But the things that give you the most points, and I'll go in order here. Let's see. Support materia. That's what the blue one's called. I was thinking about that during a previous episode. Anyway, you can have all of your materia broken. You will gain the most points for that. The second most is having magic materia broken. You want to go for that most of the time because a lot of the time you'll want your other materia, and the difference between the two and the amount of points is very small. I think it's about 1,000. Having items locked is the third most. The fourth most is having your HP and MP cut in half. And then fourth, what am I on? Fifth and sixth are Toad and Minnie, having those status effects put on you. And because I have the white cape that I was mentioning earlier as my accessory, having Toad and Minnie put on me through the slots there, not a big deal. Alright, these guys are weak to fire. Want to take them out. Hopefully I don't have to re-record this one, because I've pretty much said all I wanted to say about these battles, I think. Yeah, for the most part, I'm pretty well set. Alright, let's... I wanted Toad. Oh well. Alright, I'm going to use White Wind. And then I want to use Beta. Oh, I should have taken this guy out right at the start. Yeah, they can do substantial amounts of damage with that. Hopefully White Wind will kick in. And then I'll be able to get a chance to use Beta. That guy in the back unfortunately used a magic barrier, but should be able to take him out. Use Beta. Hopefully this misses. Oh boy, I could be dead. Oh boy, I think I'm dead. This would really piss me off. Unfortunately, the guy in the back is really deadly because of his gravity-based attack. He also has another attack. Come on, don't hit me with that. Really, game? Alright, I explained everything properly. I'm just going to jump cut. No more dealing with really annoying enemies. The way you want to do this here... I don't know why my damage is so low. Get into this fight. Heal. Because these guys do a lot of damage and attack really fast. And then you want to run to your items because I'm out of MP. Come on. Fill up the gauge, thank you. And use one of those right arms that I farmed earlier from those bombs. This and one other use is kind of the main reason I picked them up, just because they do a substantial amount of damage to a large group, which allows me to take out at least a few of them. Thank you, perfect. Which gives me enough time here. That doesn't give me enough time. I wanted to be able to heal up my MP. And here, I don't need to worry about getting points in this fight, so I'm not gonna worry too much there. You know what? Here's actually one spot where you can make use of the question mark minus strike technique. Look at that. I can do 1,000 damage. Not bad. And unfortunately, poison is just going to eat away at me for quite a while to come here. And because I had my weapon broken earlier, don't really have a really reliable way of dealing damage. How did that miss? Damage is what I was about to say. Alright, I need to use a high potion. Badly. Apparently I'm going to keep missing for unknown reasons. Anyway, I said I was going to be able to use it. Use Meteor Aim. Because I had my weapon broken, it won't do a lot of damage, but it should do enough to take this guy out. Assuming it doesn't miss. See how many times that hit? Very nice. Don't know why I had so many issues trying to get through that sequence. I kept running into those gravity guys every time I did it, and had to restart and re-explain the same thing over and over again. However, if you do manage to get by those guys and beat the entire thing, you get the keystone, and you get the keystone anyway. And you also get a Protect Vest and a Choco Feather, both of which are not particularly useful. Let's take a look at them here. Choco Feather raises dexterity, so that increases speed, and we've already gotten Protect Vests before. There we go. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Alright. So now that I've done that, I can continue on. And not really more importantly, because I talked to this lady last time, we get the sprint shoes, which can be very useful. These give auto haste. Yay, we finally got auto haste. Anyway, now that we've kind of finished up all the stuff that we were going to do here, I can't remember where the right one to go into is. That's the one. Let's get the hell out of here. We don't need to spend any more time in the gold saucer now. Oh, something's changed. There's a person here. What's up? The tram is out of order. Why is the tram out of order? It's broken, I guess. They don't really explain why it's out of order, but whatever. Anyway. Yeah, you don't seem too shocked there, Kate Sith. Oh, well, at least you've got a place for us to stay. That's nice. Very good. Anyway, can I move now? Okay. Time to grab the bag of chips or the popcorn, sandwich, something. It's story time! Yes, as some of these characters have popped in at different times, not all of them know the whole story, so let's go over it. Again. Good idea. And Barrett's still not too bright about what's going on in this game. Anyway. Alright, give it a shot. If you say I'm tired, I think you go over a little bit of it. You might go over it anyway, I can't remember. Anyway, let's go over it. We're after Sephiroth, searching for the Promised Land. Okay, so yeah, we don't know if it actually exists. Mm-hmm. Barrett, really? Yeah, but he's just not too bright and he forgets quite easily, I guess. So it's like a metaphorical concept. Or, not a metaphorical concept. I don't know what I was trying to say there. Meh, whatever. It's basically what I explained it before. It's kind of like this idea of perfection, a Shangri-La, so to speak. One other thing he's searching for. Black materia. And this is only the... Well, hell, this is the first time they've even mentioned this. We don't know, as the viewer, what the black materia is or why anyone's searching for it at this point. Oh, well, what's the black materia then? I don't... What? What kind of a line is this? I'm assuming it was supposed to be black materia, but I think you know what a black cape is. Oh yeah, so all those guys from Nibelheim. God, people just won't stop interrupting me when I try and record. They just yell down the stairs. Oh boy. And yeah, Red's got a tattoo as well. Yeah, well, yeah. So I guess he's got a lot of war scars. If you check out his portrait, he actually has like a scar over one of his eyes, I believe. He's 13. You know, did something to him. Something to do with Sephiroth. Everything's been confusing to you, Barrett. I think Mr. T was better at being Mr. T. I never watched the A-Team, but I'm assuming he at least knew what was going on some of the time. And you don't seem to even get that far. Oh. Oh, okay. And Yuffie's gone to bed. How about the black materia? Obviously not, because you won't try to explain it. We don't even know what this is. Most materia that we've seen so far is green, blue, purple, yellow, and red. We haven't seen any black materia yet. But apparently we're all going to bed. Because, sure. Huh. That's a good thought. Red's supposed to be the last of his kind. They haven't mentioned if there were others other than him and his parents. You know, that were around before. Maybe all those other guys in black cloaks were once part of Red's race. Who knows? But okay. I guess that's supposed to reinforce his confidence that he's not going to go mad, but I don't think it was really done very well. Oh well. Yep. Let's go to our room. Yeah, Sid fell asleep. Anyway, I'm tired as well. I think it's probably a good time as any to stop. Sid's ready for sleep. I'm ready for sleep. Everyone else has already run off to sleep, so... Anyway, that's all the time I have for this episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. Next time we will, I guess, rest here and take a holiday for the next week while they fix the train trolley. The trolley there. Whatever that thing is. The gondola. Anyway, we'll see you next time for more relaxation. Alright, later.